Hi, everybody. We are going to start this evening. I want to welcome you. I want to thank you for being part of this incredible community inside Timer. And if you can tell me where you are in the world, it will be great to hear where you're from. I am in New York. I just want to share a little bit about us. Where are you dialing from? Missouri, fantastic. Virginia, absolutely. All right, we have a long program today, so I thought that we may end up going a little bit overboard, so I'm going to start. I'm going to start by sharing the agenda for today. So we're going to start with a little opening meditation. We're going to bless a glass of water. If you have a glass of water with you, if you don't, just go and get them. We still have time for that. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about trauma, how trauma happens, why do we have to work with them, why do we have to heal them. And then we're going to go right into work, which is a psychology practice. It's a positive psychology, mindful type of practice that is going to help you remove any emotional trauma that you may have. And even if you don't remember everything, will be a great thing for you to do. Then after we're gonna do this practice twice to make sure that the level of emotional healing or emotional heart is not there. And then we're going to get into a meditation to rescue our inner child. A lot of our trauma happens when we are in childhood. And some of them we may not remember, but there are signs that happen because it triggers from time to time. Then we are going to do let me just see my notes so I don't forget. I'm going to be open for questions, and if you have any questions, great. So first, let's just to set the space, let's just have, a minute meditation just to center ourselves so we can hear what we need to hear, and we can do what we need to do, all right? So if you are sitting in a chair, try to find a solid space behind you. I have a chair behind me, all right? So we're gonna start with 3 deep breaths. Every time we have 3 breaths, we take 3 breaths, it tells our body to relax. And when we are relaxed, we are able to hear things. We're able to set our intuition, our awareness free, right? Let's just take 3 deep breaths. We start with inhale and exhale through your mouth. One more time. If you have a solid chair behind you, I'm going to ask you to lean back and take another breath. And on the exhale, say to yourself, I am safe. I am safe. One more time. Inhale, and on the exhale, say to yourself that you are safe. And one more time. On the next breath, we're going to inhale and exhale and feel your butt on your chair. And as you exhale, you say to yourself that you are supported. I am supported. One more time. am supported. I am supported. Now place your attention on your heart, and we're going to take 3 breaths, and on the exhale, we're going to say to ourselves that we are infinite beings. I am an infinite being. I am an infinite being. Now you can set your own intention for this hour. My intention is for everybody attending to clear what they need to clear, to heal what can be healed today, and to hear what must be heard today. I'm going to take another breath. And if you have your glass of water with you, like I have mine, just hold the glasses with both hands. Set your intention for healing. You don't need to say anything else. We just can set the intention with your hands on a glass, on the water, for additional healing to come to the water that we will drink at the end of the session. I'll just take 3 more breaths. Put your intention on the glass of water. Okay. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about trauma before we get into the work so we can understand what actually happens with us. Most of our traumas happens in childhood. Why? Is when something strong happened in the life of a child, usually with a parent or sibling, and a child doesn't know how to respond, how to process. The brain is not mature enough. The memory can go in different ways. The child can make an assumption about something, or they actually, somebody may explain to, and they are able to just let go. And if none of those 2 actions actually happened, our brain, in order to protect us, just go and buries this message, this memory, inside of our subconscious. It's there, and the bigger the trauma are, the deeper it's hidden. The problem with trauma is that those that we can remember is usually expressed by phobias, anxiety, depression, and we may not pinpoint exactly what it is, but this is how some trauma trigger us. The other way that trauma trigger us is by overeating, drugs, alcohol abuse. And we may not even know how everything happened, but it's there. So the reason we really need to treat this is because maybe a friend will say something to us and we explode in a way that has nothing to do with our friend says, but we're being triggered by something and we don't even know why. But not all the traumas are horrible. Some of the traumas will help us to find our mission, to find our calling, to find our purpose in life. And when something really big and deep and hurtful happened to a child, and this child lives with that for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, even longer, the moment they are able to turn that around, a lot of things opened. And one of the things that happens is that we can help other people, because now we already went through that. We had this trauma for many years. And maybe that was the reason that we had to experience this trauma so we can be guided towards our purpose. So not all traumas are bad, but it's important that we do treat them and we heal them. So the first thing, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything because I have a lot of things to cover. Another thing that trauma, that us clearing our trauma does is healing multiple generations. So if there's a trauma in you, and you may not know, but maybe your dad, your grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, this trauma has been coming through layers of generations, and you now have the chance to stop this from going to the next level. So it's so important that we know that when we heal our wounds, we heal our traumas, we are not only doing for us, we're doing for the future. And there's even work that can be done to go back a generation and maybe siblings and uncles and cousins, because once you heal that, that energy can be expended. All right, so we are going to get into our actually work. All right, so this is mindfulness work. Is easy to do, all right, but it's going to require you to remember one of a bad memory. It may require you to relive something that happened to you when you were younger. Now, I'm going to ask you to find a range of discomfort. You may have a memory, and I'll give you an example. I had a memory in my childhood that I had forgotten for a long time, and then a few years back during meditation, this memory popped up. And I was traumatized. I was really, really upset. I had to call my teacher, and I couldn't really function for 2 days because I remembered this particular memory. That's a level 10 memory, all right? So it's a trauma that it was there, that had a lot of implications. I didn't know the implications, but it explained why I did some of the things I did. So I'm going to ask you to find this memory. Try to not find a memory, because this is the first time you're doing a memory that is a level 10. So a memory that when you think about it, maybe has a stress level of maybe a 5, 6, or even a 7. But 8, 9, and 10 are very intense. As we're doing this exercise, because I'm going to ask you to go back and try to remember that memory just for a little bit. If it is too much, because we are going to be doing this exercise with our eyes closed, all you need to do is open your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and stay there. Don't leave the session, because we're going to do a meditation at the end that is going to help you get to the point where you can actually think about the event and not have any emotional charge, okay? Because this is really important. So, all right. So I want you to think about the event, right? And on a scale from 1 to 10, find out what level of emotional charge it brings you today. You know, at October 8th, you know, it's 7:45 in New York. Okay, think about that memory and give it a number. Okay, just remember this number. Okay, now I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. This is best done with your eyes closed. The first step is to, as you think about that memory, I want you to freeze frame, like taking a picture. You were there but it's a movie, but you're not going to work with the movie. You're going to just take a picture of the event. As you see this picture, I want you to put a frame around this picture. It could be any kind of frame. It could be the popsicle frames, the ones that our children do in school. It could be seashells. It could be macaroni. It could be a funky frame. Just imagine a frame around that picture. When we put that frame, it creates a boundary about the event. And it's almost like you can step outside of the event by creating some boundaries. Now, I want you to hold that picture in your hand and turn them into black and white. You can still see the picture, but the picture now is black and white. In our minds, when we turn that image in black and white, we drain away the emotions that we experienced back then. And it's just reframing that for our brains, for our minds. Now, I want you to put a little bit of light in one of the corners. Could be at the top right, bottom left. Just put a little splash of color. Could be green, yellow, purple, whatever color. Doesn't have to be your favorite color. Doesn't have to be your worst color. First color that comes to mind. Now, I want you to hold the picture a little bit further from you. You still can see the picture, but it's just a little further. So what we're doing now is creating some separation between that memory and who you are today. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to turn that picture upside down. And your brain's going to be confused for a little bit, but it's okay. And the brain is thinking, is that something I should worry about it? Should I let this go? Should I pay attention? And we really want to get our brain to reframe the way they think about that event. And that is one of the ways we do that. Now push the picture back a little bit further. You still can see the picture. You're still holding the picture's upside down. It's almost like the people in the picture is going to fall down, but it's still there. We're going to do a few more things to reframe that. I want you to make the picture a little bit smaller. Maybe it was this size, now it's a little smaller. And we're going to have a little fun with that picture. We're going to put a pattern there. Maybe the pattern is a zebra pattern or polka dots, different colors of polka dots. Make it really, really funky. The goal is to have your mind, your brain, to reconsider everything that they thought about that particular memory. And we're going to do two more things. We're going to push it back and we're going to make it very, very small. Just make that picture small. You still can see it a little further. You can barely see it, but you still can see that very small picture. I know the picture is very small, but we're going to change that picture sideways. Just turn to the right or to the left, just sideways. it's just going to help our brains to change the way we see that event. Now, I need you to open your eyes now, and we're going to take 3 breaths, in through your nose and out through your mouth. And once you have done that, I want you to check in with yourself. And early on, right in the beginning, you had to assess the level of uneasiness and emotional charge that their event gave you. Now, I want you to check with yourself again to see if that number went down, and if you could share where were you at the beginning and where are you now? Perhaps you were 7, now you are 5 or 3. If anybody could share that number so we make sure that we are going in the right directions. Don't worry, nobody's going to see that. Okay, Eliza, you're still at 10, okay? Is anybody else that did not move? All right, 7 to a 3, Marisa, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, right? We're going to do it from the beginning. And normally, you have a big gap when you do this. The second time is going to be a little bit better. The goal is to get to a level 0 or 1. And by repeating this process, you eventually get there. So for people that selected a 10 event, don't worry, we're going to do that one more time. And then we're going to get into a meditation that is going to help. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of trauma it happens. It doesn't matter. The number the emotional charge will decrease. All right, let's close your eyes again. I'm going to ask you to work with the same memory. But this time, when you create this picture, this Polaroid type, I want it to be a different picture from the first time, right? Let's start. So we'll take another breath just to center ourselves. Close your eyes. Think of the memory. You know where you are on your level from 1 to 10. Take a picture. Select a different picture of the event. The first thing we're going to do is to put a frame. We wanted to create some boundaries. We're going to create some separation. Create a different frame. Maybe you needed to make a thicker frame, not a little one, a very thick one. Maybe dark black. A very strong frame. We need to build stronger boundaries. Now make the picture in black and white. Making black and white, we just drain the emotional charges of the experience. The goal is to allow the brain to reset the emotions about that memory.
So Harvard Medical School study that shows.
Now we're going to give a little splash of color or light in one of the corners of the picture. Use a different color from before. If you use blue, maybe you want to use pink or orange. And now we're going to push the picture a little bit far away from us. We still can see the picture. What we're trying to do here is to create some separation between who you are today and that particular memory. Now you're going to make this picture. You're going to either put some polka dots or some zebra lines, some purple zebra lines, something really funky in these pictures. Maybe it could even help you to have a little laugh of how silly the picture is right now. And that's to help your brain to reset the way they think about this event. Push the picture just a little bit further. And now turn them upside down. This creates some confusion in the brain. And the brain is reassessing if they should still feel the same way they felt about the event. Now make the picture very small and turn it sideways. This will help you change the way your brain sees the event. Make the picture really, really small, as far away as you can. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Let's take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose and out through your mouth 3 times. So rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10. Where are you right now on the emotional charge of that memory? If anybody could share. Come on, tribe, let's see where everybody is so we can, so I can assess what needs to do at the next meditation. Okay, 8 to 2. Thank you, Mara, for sharing. The great thing about this process, guys, is that really works. It works, and as we go into the next level, you will see that in the next, that's fantastic, Michelle, 8 to 3, 4. Yes. You will see that the number will keep going down. This is a practice that you can do it on your own. You can do it by yourself. So today is Tuesday. Tomorrow, when you get up and think about the message, about the memory, and if tonight it got to 2 or 3, you can see that tomorrow maybe it's going to be at a 4 and a 5, because you still need to work on this over and over until you get 2 solid days of 0 or 1. And it may take a week. It may take 2 weeks. It depends how deep your trauma is. And because sometimes we are so attached to that identity we're so attached to our wounds, and that attachment really doesn't serve us. But after living with that for so many years, and we don't want to forget, we don't want to forgive, we don't want to relive it again, but we're still attached to that identity. So the first step is to get the emotional charge of this memory, and then other memories start popping up, and you see that it will be easier for you to deal with other things. Does anybody else want to share what they are? Just one more person wants to share. Did anybody think that I went too far? Okay. All right, Anand. Does anybody feel that I was too fast? Okay, so your feedback helps me do my next live for other people. So I would love to hear additional feedback. I do this with my clients all the time, and I can see that the numbers do go down, but some people may need more time. And if I went too fast, it's not going to hurt my feelings, but please let me know. All right. Okay, so when we're dealing with trauma, and most of the trauma happen in our childhood, and many times because some memories are so deep, are hidden in our subconscious, like I said earlier, and they don't, and we don't remember until someday something happened and trigger us, and we reacted in a certain way, and all right, I have a question, but it will take me a minute to type it. All right, I tell you what, if you can wait until the end, because we're going to have questions, you can start typing and I'll answer that. Just type your question, Priyanka. I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So, and then I will answer all the questions towards the end. Okay, so this is very good because every time I hear an issue, if it's happening with somebody else, if it's happening to one person, it may be happening to somebody else. So the question is, what if I don't have a single specific memory, but an overall feeling like a complex PTSD, for example? So what do we do? So you need to, in a situation like that, you need to go back to the last time you got triggered. Right? So you don't know what the memory is, but you got triggered last week. Just go back and think about that trigger, because you need to gauge exactly what that trigger level was, if there was a 10 or a 7 or 6, and where there is now. And as far as this picture, you're going to see yourself being triggered. What was the reaction? Did you explode? Did you break things? Did you punch somebody? Did you get really upset? So that's what is going to do for you to work. Okay, great. Somebody else. For you to work like that. So again, you don't have to know exactly what happened, and in order to progress. Does anybody else have more? Because there's 2 people already with the same situation, that you don't have a specific event. You know there's a trauma there, but you can't pinpoint what it is, because there's a different way that we can handle that, and we'll have time to do that. So I just need to know if there's more people, because I can tell you, Summer and Priyanka, what to do at the end for that. Okay, great. Yes, reframe the memory of the last trigger, because what is going to do is you're not just working with a particular memory that happened that you can remember, but you're working with the trigger, and the trigger will get there. right? And at the end, actually, if you want to stay, I would do a little thing that you don't even have remember what it is, but you can find an additional relief with whatever it is that happened that is triggering you. Okay. So I want to honor the time for everybody. So I want to get to the next meditation, which is our inner rescue. My music is not working. I'm going to try to put it in, but it didn't. I'm just going to put it here. So if you guys can hear the music helps. But if it doesn't, I will be releasing this meditation sometime in the next couple weeks. Now that we have a trauma, and most of the trauma happens in childhood, and we create a space, right? So if we went from a 10 to a 3, we have more, we have some space to feel them. And as we doing the space, as we feeling the space, the best use of our energy, of additional space, of our wellness is working with your inner child. And this is not something that happens from a day to the other, but today you're going to have an idea of where are you as far as your connection with your inner child. And it may be some wounds that you're not aware that it may be is results of the triggers that you have now, or the PTSD, or whatever it is that you're having. So I'm going to ask you to gently close your eyes, all right? We're going to take a nice deep breath. We're going to relax our bodies. Close your eyes if you have not done so yet. Take another slow and deep breath, and allow your breath to take over your body. We're just going to let go and allow the breath do what it wants to do. We're setting our intentions right now to work with our inner child. Take another breath. I'm going to count from 5 to 1 to help you go deeper and deeper into a relaxation. 5, 4, go deeper, deeper into a relaxation. 3, take another deep breath. 2, 1. In your mind's eyes, I want you to envision a beautiful staircase right next to you. The staircase is going down. You're going to go down that beautiful stairs, and I'm going to count from 8 to 1, and with each number you're going to take a step down. Remember to breathe in and out as you're taking each step down. And go down the stairs. 8, 7, take another step down. 6, 5, 4. Remember to breathe in and out. 3, 2, 1. You got to the bottom, and you are in this beautiful garden. Take a look around. Look to your right. Look to your left. This is your sacred garden. You can feel the soft ground of grass. There are flowers everywhere. There are trees and benches. The sun is shining. There's a light breeze in the air, and you can hear birds singing. You can smell the air and the fragrance of the flowers. Take another deep breath and find a place to lie down. Don't worry, you are safe. This is your sacred space, and it's the safest place in the world for you. Everything you need, it's there. You don't need to be anywhere, just there. Just take a deep breath and enjoy your garden. Relax your body and surrender every single part of your body to your sacred garden. It's your sacred space. You can almost levitate. With each breath you take, keep surrendering and relaxing to the energy of the garden. Feel the energy of the garden. It's pure, it's clean, it's love. When you're ready, I'm going to ask you to get up and turn 45 degrees. And about 45 degrees, there is a door. It's a beautiful door. I want you to go to this door and open it. When you open the door, you see a long, bright corridor with multiple doors. There's so many doors that you cannot even count them. I want you to walk in this corridor and with the palm of your hands, touch each door. There are some on the right, some on the left. Keep touching the doors until you find there is a door that you want to open. It doesn't matter which door it is, just pick one. Trust your intuition. When you open this door, you see this beautiful child in the corner of the room. It is your inner child. The child is beautiful. Go to them and hold them in your arms. That's your inner child. I want you to caress them. I want you to hold them, touch their hair, their arms. Let them know how much you love them. Feel the love for your inner child that's been waiting for you all these years. Let them know that everything is okay. You got them now. Trust that feeling that you got them now. Feel the unconditional love you feel for this child. You can connect with this child. You can dry their tears. Show your love. I will be quiet now so you can have a conversation with your inner child and tell them everything that you want to tell them. I'm going to give you 30 seconds so you can continue to say and feel everything you need to feel and hear from your inner child. Before you leave, you're going to reconnect your energetic chakras with your inner child. That's the only connection that really doesn't thin out. We're going to start with a bright red light involving both of you through your first chakra, the root chakra. Don't worry if you don't know where it is. The intention is there. There's another orange light involving you both through your second chakra, the spleen chakra. Another yellow light involves you both through the third chakra, the solar plexus. Then a green light through your heart chakra. A light bluish light through your throat chakra. The indigo blue light through your third eye chakra, and a purple light through your crown chakra. See this rainbow of colors surrounding both of you. Hold your inner child together. Embrace each other. Tell your inner child the last words before you leave. But let her know that everything is okay. You can come and visit anytime. You know the door. It's time to leave now. say goodbye and go through the door. Walk back the corridor. Close the door behind you and walk through your sacred garden until you see the door that you came in through. Start taking the steps up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can open your eyes now. Welcome back. If anybody would like to share the experience with your inner child. Oh, thank you. I see the hearts coming in. I appreciate it. All right. So if you have your water, this is the time to drink the water. It is a sacred water that you blessed, that you have your intentions. I know. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for sharing. Drink your water now. Thank you for your feedback, Marisa. So drink your water. And if anybody has any other questions, I would love to share. But before you go, I just want to let you know that we keep things in Insight Time of most of the things free. So I appreciate any donation that you feel it was worth your time. I appreciate your generosity. Also, if you have any questions that you didn't feel that you could share here, feel free to connect with me offline. I answer every message I received, every questions in my courses and classes, in my meditations. I respond to everybody. Thank you, guys. I love the hearts coming up. I'm just going to give you one more minute for any questions, but I'm going to do something that wasn't planned, but because we have at least 2 people that have triggers that they don't have a memory, is just they have just upsets. I'm going to do a practice. It's just going to be 5 minutes, may take a little bit longer, just to help you, because I also work with the superconscious. I'm not sure if everybody knows what it is. So we have the conscious that we're here right now. Everybody's watching me. I'm watching you. And we also have the subconscious that we know that is inside, is hidden memories. But we also have the superconscious. The superconscious is this awareness, this overall awareness. It's, people call it the universal mind that knows everything, that is aware of everything, past, future, present. So one of the things I do is work with the superconscious. And we can do this to actually clear some of these traumas that we don't know exactly where it came from. It has actually been proved into labs, because people that had very unique cases went through the process of superconscious, And then they were able to release traumas, phobias, an array of things that they were taking years in therapy. So the superconscious actually really speed up a lot of things. So I'm going to do that now. But first, I need to ask you permission to speak with your superconscious. All you need to say to yourself is, I give you permission to speak with your superconscious. All right? So going back to that level, keep the level that you have, especially people that had level 10 of emotional charge, 8, people who didn't have a movement at all. This is a really good time for you to do this. First, I'm going to ask you to take 3 deep breaths. We always start everything with the 3 deep breaths to tell the body to relax. And is it okay for me to speak with your superconscious? Please give me permission in your mind. Take your 3 deep breaths. I want you to think about the trauma or the PTSD that you had, or whatever stress, even if you don't have a memory, but you know that your reactions is not coming from who you want to be or who you are. Just keep focusing on that. Superconscious. Do you see this resistance? Do you see these traumas? Do you see these reactions? Please treat, be gentle, clear what can be clear today, and do a massive change history. Thank you. Please take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Superconscious, about these conditions, please find the root cause. Go deep as you can today. Treat and do a massive change history. Thank you. Again, take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Superconscious, about these conditions. I would like for you to go a little deeper and find any similar situation that is connected with this condition. Clear what you can clear today and do a massive change history. Thank you. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep focusing on your condition, on your resistance, on your triggers, on your memories. Okay. Superconscious. Do you see these conditions? I need you to go back in time and find the original events. Go back in the mother lineage. Go back in the father lineage. Clear what can be clear today. Be super gentle and do a massive change history. Thank you. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Superconscious about these conditions. Please find the personalities that are hidden in the subconscious, protecting, hiding from this condition. We don't need to remember what it is. We just need to treat. Ask these part personalities to come up and join the main personality. Let them know that they have better life skills now. There is no need to hide. Please treat them, have them come up, and do a massive change history. Thank you. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can open your eyes and find out what level of resistance you still have. Did it go down a little bit? If anybody could share that where they were before and where they are now. I just need one person to share so I can evaluate the next step. What a shy group of people. Okay, one person. I just need one. I just need a number. Where were you? And if you were able to go down or not, it would stay the same. Still 3. Okay, Michelle. All right, so close your eyes again. I'm going to continue to speak with your superconscious. Superconscious. Do you see the situation at hand? Do you see the conditions we are struggling with? Please go back in time. Go back into past lives if you needed to. Be gentle and only bring to memory what can be resolved. Do what you can do today and do a massive change history. Thank you. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Superconscious. I'm going to ask you to bring to the surface what can be brought today. Please share in the next 24 to 48 hours some insights so we can release additional resistance and any trauma that can be clear this week. Please be gentle and do a massive change history. Thank you. Take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Superconscious, I'm going to ask you to code everyone for more love and joy in their lives. Help us to be opened, hear, and release all that can be released today. Thank you. 3 deep breaths. Open your eyes. All right, we got somebody who went to a 2. The goal is to get to a level 1 or 0. And having a deep, relaxing music helps. I apologize that I couldn't get the computer music to play, and I actually was more concerned about the volume and having clear voice. All right. I want to thank you, everybody, for being here today. Again, if you have any questions, I can answer them right now. If you have private questions, you can just send me a message through Insight Timer. And I think was Summer. I think you that stayed at 10. Just send me a message through Insight Timer. I'm going to suggest you some other things for you because you didn't move at all from 10. And let's see if my little bag of mindfulness tricks can help you. Oh, amazing. Absolutely. Thank you. But again, if any of you guys need help, please do so. Reach out through Insight Timer or through my email is there as well. Thank you very much for everybody being here. I love doing this. And again, thank you for being part of this incredible community. Insight Timer does great work. You're never going to find any other app that has so much free resources for mindfulness. And I do believe that meditation is the medicine that everybody has been looking for. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate. Do you have this recorded? I'm so powerful. I do have parts that is recorded, but it's part of classes, Michelle. I will separate them, especially the inner child is not recorded yet. I have a list of recordings that I'm planning to do this week and release them in the next couple weeks. But anybody, again, if you have any questions, please send me, and has been a blast being with all of you today. Have a good night, or I think everybody's good night, right? Bye-bye for now.